I'm not a neurologist. What am I going to do with this? But I started asking my questions, GYN related.
Yeah.
And it turned out I think you had a miscarriage once on stage.
I miscarried during a concert.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
What happened?
I started miscarrying before the show.
Did you know?
I knew. And I was like, I was in a really tough position because it was really early on in my career and there was a lot attached to the show. So there was, a corporate partner, there was like a greater media entity partner. But more importantly than that, to me, there was like 1,000 kids who waited all day long to get into the show and see me. And what ended up happening was I ended up just putting on like an adult diaper. And I was like, the show, they'd only asked me to perform, I think, like 45 minutes. And I didn't really have that much music out, to be honest with you. So I don't know that I could have played longer. I didn't have the material. And I went and I did the show. I left stage. I threw up in the parking lot. I went to a hotel. And I was sick all night. I remember sitting in the bathtub because I just didn't know what to do with all the blood. Forgive me for being so graphic. And then waking up at 5 or 6 in the morning to get on another airplane to go to Canada. And
are you still bleeding throughout this whole?
Yeah, I was bleeding for hours. And I think that
do you know how painful that is?
Yes.
By the way, I just want to put it out there. I've had one miscarriage. I was on the floor, like vomiting. It's so painful.
It was tough. It was hard to be on my feet. And it was interesting about it is that the performance was actually recorded. So you can go on YouTube and you can watch me miscarry.
Oh my God.
Through a concert. And it's funny because when I look at it now, I see myself just like white and sweating and my voice is different. My voice is like guttural. You know what I mean? It's like I sound and look like a different person.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't. I mean, I've had several
Only a woman
miscarriages.
can do that.
But I had to go get a DNC. I mean, that's, like my doctor was like, this is, you're going to need to get a DNC.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to go through that.
And I just remember feeling like, I don't know who to talk to about this. Because at the time, the only like stories about miscarriage that I had heard were from women who were happily married and, it was a tried pregnancy and they, most of the time would speak about it after they had, successfully conceived and carried, to term and been like, so this happened before this. It was just the world of information that was accessible to me. I just felt so alone.
You're a baby.
I did not even know who to talk to. Like I had no idea